What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 11 of our Pokemon Amethyst walkthrough. We've just flown back to where it all started, back to our hometown in Anthra Town. As you guys know, in the previous video, we got surf and we explored some of the seas. We reached a brand new island and a new town where we ended up battling rival Eric and also taking on another tournament. But in today's episode, we are going to surf across and reach the southern town of the same island. It was blocked by some rocks, so we weren't able to push our way through as we haven't got HM strength yet. So I'm hoping we can reach this town and that there is a gym leader here for us to face. If we can get another gym badge, that will be amazing. We'll just have to see how this video goes and how much time we have. I feel we are very close to getting all 8 of the gym badges. I think we've got 6 currently. So if we can get a badge in today's video, then there's only 1 left. We are again faced with a few rocks blocking our path, but luckily there is a route around it. So if you just go south of the rocks, you can actually work your way around, and then you will arrive in the next town called Tarvosa City. It is quite a big place. As you can see, as you enter the town, there are a whole bunch of vendors there. So it looks like there's some kind of market, and at that market you can buy pretty much any item you need. Also in the house we've just entered, you can swap Pokechips for some crazy valuable items like Master Balls, gold bottle caps and regular bottle caps. There's also ability capsules, so you might want to spend some of your points and get some of those items. I definitely recommend getting an extra Master Ball. We got some gold bottle caps because they will upgrade your Pokemon's IB and EV stats and I think make them perfect, so that will give your Pokemon a massive boost. But now we're gonna go and explore the rest of the houses here in the city. I'm curious to see where the gym leader is and what else there is to find here. We seem to have just stumbled into the Savannah City Trainer Cafe, and here is a great place to get a bit of training in and level up some of your Pokemon. As you can see, there are 3 trainers here to battle, and once you defeat them, they do offer you some awesome gifts as well as a TM. Each trainer will offer to teach your Pokemon a specific TM. So if you are looking for some more powerful attacks, some of these TMs might suit your Pokemon and your team. So the first trainer we are facing has quite a few strong Pokemon. As you can see, the Pokemon are around level 64 or 65, so they are quite highly leveled. That's why it's a great place to get some extra experience in. A lot of our Pokemon are not even at level 60 yet, but luckily the trainer only has 4 Pokemon, so you're not facing a full team of 6. So we are going to show you the first battle, and then the second and third battle we will skip, otherwise the video will just be way too long. But the battles are definitely fun and a bit challenging. So as you can see, we defeated the trainer. She healed up our team. She gave us some berries and a water gem, and she wants to teach us the TM Brine, which is a water attack. So now after that, your Pokemon are fresh. You can take on the second trainer. After defeating the second trainer, they will want to teach you the TM Spikes. Again, they will heal up your team, and then the final trainer will offer you some items and the TM Fell Stinger. So that was a lot of fun. Our Pokemon did get some valuable experience, and some of our Pokemon leveled up for sure. Next up, we entered what looked to be like the Pokemon gym, but it turns out it is a dojo. So here you can actually face one of the dojo leaders, and if you defeat him, he will offer you an HM. So I'm hoping it's the HM we need. And the trainer only has 4 Pokemon, and as you can see, his Pokemon are way lower leveled than the Pokemon trainers that we just faced in the trainer house. So this battle is definitely going to be a bit easier. I'm glad we took on the trainer house first, so we should fly through this dojo leader's Pokemon and hopefully get the next TM. He does, however, have some really interesting Pokemon like Turtonator and Bisharp. These are some really cool ones. I would love to add them and play with them in one of our playthroughs. But yes, after defeating the dojo leader, he gifts us HMO for strength. Finally, that is the HM that we need. I think we just have to defeat the next gym leader in order to be able to use it outside of battle. After defeating the dojo leader, there are a few people here selling items. I think some of them sell items later on in the game, but you can buy some vitamins and things. So you do want to come and check that out. But again, outside of the dojo, there is that massive market where you can buy pretty much any item you need. So we're quickly just going to explore the last few houses before we head over to the markets. And it looked like there was a little harbor area with a ship as we came in. So we'll go and explore that as well. In this house, someone is looking for a regular Slowbro and they're willing to trade you the Galarian form. So I'm not sure if we actually caught a Slowpoke in our playthrough. We'll have to check our PC. But I definitely want to add a Galarian Slowbro and evolve it into a Slowking. Slowking has always been one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm just not 100% sure how to evolve Galarian Slowbro into Galarian Slowking. I know not for the regular form, you've got to use the King's Rock item. But for the Galarian form, I'm not 100% sure. And here in this house, you actually meet the developers who offer to battle you, and they are crazy strong, so we've turned it down for now. I think we'll come back and try and take on the devs when we are a bit stronger, because their team is just crazy. I think their Pokemon are around level 80 or so, so we'll do that before we head over to Victory Road rather. But speaking about Slowbro, we've actually encountered one in the wild. So we'll try and catch this one and add it to our team. I'm not sure if the traded one is better. Maybe the traded one will evolve, whereas the regular one, you might need to evolve it using a certain item or method. So I will have to investigate that. I think we'll add this one to our team, but then we'll try and trade for the other one just in case. I think we have too many ghost-type Pokemon with a Rotom and Trevenant, so I think we're going to replace Rotom with our newly caught Slowbro. I'm hoping we can evolve it into Slowking. If any of you guys know how to evolve it in this specific game, please let us know down in the comments. I don't think the evolution method is the same for every game, so make sure it's for Pokemon Amethyst. But now we've entered the market and we're going to talk to every single seller. There are loads of items and I recommend that you go through all the items because there is a little quiz that you're going to take. There is a gym leader just to the north of this market and she's going to ask you, I think, 7 or 8 questions regarding all the items here in the market. So you've got to know what the items do and all the details about the items, which is pretty cool because you are learning about all the things in Pokemon at the same time. And it's a great time to stock up on all the items that you're going to need for the end game. So I recommend getting a whole bunch of repels, get a whole bunch of revival herbs, and anything else that you might need. If you do need to evolve any more of your Pokemon or anything like that, the revival herbs are really useful because they're pretty much like max revives. There's also some cool hold items for your Pokemon. So take your time, spend all of the money that you've got, and then you should be all set to go for the last few episodes of the end game. But now we're going to start our little quiz, and if you get the question wrong, you're going to have to face a trainer. If you get the question right, you can skip the trainer, but you do have the choice. So for question 1, we're going to start. How much HP does a hyper potion heal? So you do have a time limit for each question, and we're going to go with 200, which is correct. So if you're not sure, the gym leader does give you about a minute or 2 to go and find the vendor and investigate the answer. For the next question, the answer is going to be Absorb Bulb. So I'm just going to tell you guys the answers. If you do want to skip it and do it on yourself, you can just skip through the video. For the third question, the answer is going to be Burn the Holder. And some of these questions were really tough. I did get 1 or 2 of them wrong, so I am just showing you guys all the answers to save time. For the 4th question, the answer is going to be safety goggles. And after each question, if you get it correct, she also gives you a little item, which is really cool. For the 5th question, the answer is going to be attack and special attack. So we've got that one correct, and she's gifted us a full restore. For the 6th question, she asks a really tough one about money and the prices of items. She does give you 45 seconds. This was definitely the most difficult question. I didn't really have a clue, but the answer is the 3rd answer for 3,600 Pokemoney. And then the final question is just to battle her. It's just a trick question. So we have completed the quiz, and now we're about to take her on for a battle. I'm curious to see what Pokemon she's going to use and how strong she is. So we are taking on Leader Iris, and her first Pokemon is a level 55 Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn has quite a unique typing, being a steel and grass type. I think there's only 2 or 3 grass and steel type Pokemon that exist. The next Pokemon she has sent out is a level 58 Gigalith, one of the strongest rock type Pokemon in my opinion. We knock out Gigalith, and now she has sent out Pelosand, which is at level 56. And our Flygon is working wonders. As you can see, our Pokemon are all around level 60, so we are leveled up way higher than Iris's team. We've done loads of training. And her final Pokemon is Chansey, which actually knocked out our Flygon, but now we're going to send out our brand new Slowbro to finish it off. Slowbro has leveled up to level 50, and we've done it. We have defeated Iris and earned the support badge. So Pokemon up to level 85 will now obey us, and she tells us which is the next town that we need to head to. So I think we're going to end off the video here and explore in the next one. Thanks for watching.